No, the quiz you will be seeing is from the original user. To avoid copyright issue, I cut out the parts from the original video and added with a different effect. That way it will not cause any copyright issues. Basically, I just cut out from the original video, not the full part. I hope this will be helping for the YouTube community and enjoy the video. Enjoy.
Creation. A creation that could be either used for good, but used for evil. Creation can create several different variations: a planet, a solar system, universe, anything, or even populations. And yet, there's been shown that creation can be a good thing and a bad thing at sorts. And sometimes don't be too smart with your creations, and sometimes they can fight back at you no matter what. Like Infinite, Dr. Eggman's Phantom Ruby greatest creation, and Sento Kurui, aka Kamen Rider Build. My name is Deso24, and my job to analyze these two combatants and see who will win in a deadly duo. Now, Infinite had made his appearance before in the series, faced off with Android 21. I'll make sure you go to the episode to it, right from the description or in one of the playlists. But anyways, there's no new information about Infinite right now, so I have some new research put in it. Analysis. So with that being said, let's get to it. To be honest, Infinite could have been a perfect villain to the Sonic franchise. Unfortunately, he's stuck in a being category. Hey, you made it. Anyways, as a former leader of the Jack League Squad, aka the Resistance, he now became the ultimate mercenary of Eggman's army. So anyways, Infinite had, surprisingly a lot of abilities that match with the Phantom Ruby. Thanks to the Phantom Ruby, which we'll recover on, he had plenty of abilities such as flight levitation. With it, it'll grant Infinite to flying and also lifting at high speeds, and knowing that, with it, he can able to fly faster enough to keep up with Sonic and Silver. And please note, Super Sonic and Silver ain't included in this analysis. But in case, he managed to match with base form Sonic and Silver. And surprisingly, with the Phantom Ruby, he gained ability of virtual reality projections, which he Infinite capable to create vertical reality objects, including those who are real, such as Shadow the Hedgehog, Metal Sonic, Chaos, and Lord Zuko. Saki. Sorry, it's kind of actually confusing to pronounce his name. He also had illusion creation. He able to create illusion of his self, making it realistic, then even input false information into the brain and also real damage to his victims. And knowing that, he also created the giant version of himself, making much more monstrous versions of himself. Maybe about 80% chance of a big wave of team or even the resistance, depending on the disorder of them. He also had energy elimination, where he can able to fire laser beams or energy blasts from his own hands, or even sometimes use a projectile attacks against opponents. Also, he can release a blast of energy capable of created damaging Omega, saying that the same Omega who able to keep up with Shadow the Hedgehog, not the virtual reality one, the real one, even though he's not in super form. And Superman still on the category of energy, he also has the energy cube where created large numbers of crimson red energy cubes. I don't know what it's for, but it have arranged them into different forms. He also had gravity manipulation, where he altered gravity and certain ground opponents into the air. It kind of like the Force, but in the version with the Phantom Ruby. He also does size alteration, where he increased the size or even himself at that matter. He also does body conditioning, where he can able to disintegrate his own body into newest tiny cubes, and somewhere else, or sometimes escapes from his current doom. He also can teleport, capable of teleporting short distance, instantly, surprisingly. Just go with me with it. And there's one thing that Infinite have is the Noah space. You see, when he uses it, it creates a similar impact of into black holes, which pulls in objects and people. And knowing that, you have a world of nothing created by the Phantom Ruby, and even is close up from every dimension at once. What powers Infinite is the Phantom Ruby Cube, which I haven't actually how powerful it is. Anyway, the Phantom Ruby Cube is facing a mysterious alternate gemstone, which embodied into Infinite's chest. Even though it does a bionicized prototype from a copy from Dr. Eggman, but it did challenge its own power, getting the user become much more powerful than ever. And also, it's capable to form a space-time by entering a wave of energy, which temporarily destroys surrounding targets. And also, it also allows Infinite to create virtual reality projectiles, which I already said this before, or projections, which is actually possess the same powers, abilities, and personality to each clone. With all that, Infinite had forms of several feats. He was able to infiltrate Eggman before he became a being with Phantom Ruby, and also he managed to be able to Dr. Eggman in conquering the world within 6 months. He was easily defeated E123 Omega, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Silver the Hedgehog as well. He was able to slaughter most of the big wave team by himself, single-handedly, kill a virtual sun in an attempt to destroy Sonic and all the resistance. And surprisingly, he led a surprise attack on Eggman's base, only losing due to the Phantom Ruby's illusions distracting him. But it did give him an ability to join Dr. Eggman, so that's fair for everything, right? No, sorry. But anyway, so while Infinite is, the Infinite, but he isn't that powerful. His powers can be consisted by another Phantom Ruby, and plus it does require a large support amount of energy. Plus, he loses because he's extremely arrogant, often choosing not to finish off his opponents, and he can be observed to not being weak, even save for a Shadow episode. Then again, Infinite is proven that he is no weakling in battle. He's proven time again that he is no doubt a superior to those who are around him, including Sonic the Hedgehog, kinda. In short, Infinite is the one being that Dr. N created, and sure to be a most powerful threat to humanity. In short terms, nothing can beat Infinite, unless you're a blue hedgehog and also a customized character.
I will teach you fear, then pain, and then, well, at least the fear and pain will end.
Tommy Josa is a researcher and also partner at the Totally Institute of Advanced Modern Physics. He also given a nickname of the Devil Scientist. He was the main researcher of nebula gas, and shortly that his own father faked his own death and even escaped Toto, leading all his research to his own son. And for this research, you may be wondering, he left his research to his son, Tadami, to begin creating the Project Build in order to fulfill his own fire legacy. However, it did cost his own job and later on been recruited by Goten to continue his research for the sake of the war. It did take about several months, and even one time he accidentally killed Comrade Grimm and Xaid. Yeah, pretty much, but he did later on to become a Kamen Rider Build and managed to finish it. However, due to the assassinations, he was later on be quote-unquote killed and affected by Noble Gas Bluster and also Night Rogue. Basically now, he was pretty much screwed at the end. However, it doesn't actually kill Koshi, it just turns out that he was affected, but did not become a Smash. But, well, for those who don't know, Smash is pretty much a monster. He was later found by Natsuki and later on became part of Cafe Natsuki, and even gave his new name, Santo Gojiro. It was given by Ezra Care and Sorts, and even surprisingly had a secret laboratory underneath the basement. But however, Soto, his new name, wanted to find out who he is and what his past, so he later on found the build driver and was given by Sochi, and later on he became Kamen Rider Build to find ways to end the war and also recovering his lost past. And so after, Build became both a future and hero to the Kamen Rider Build world, and hopefully to end the war once and for all. Oh yeah, there was the thing with the Pandora box, which is split in Japan into 3 separate factions. It's kind of like Civil War, but not in a Donald Trump way. To be honest, his origin is pretty interesting. At least the part says it's not like those twisted ending that we turned out he's a villain. But anyways, Sotaro is his new name. He was a part of Team Build and also a former researcher of total and surgery advanced modern physics. For his story, it's pretty much hard to say it out loud. But anyways, he thinks to his brain. Throughout the series, he gained several things, including had the genius intelligence. As a genius physicist, and he passing high level of tests on subjects. Even these formulas can't able to modern seconds to come up with having never failed. And surprisingly, thanks to his genius intellect, he can able to make perfect weapons from best matches within a few seconds. Well, at least on concept. He also had surprisingly an excellent fighter with kind of fighting skills. His intelligence is a great asset and also in addition to his style. With it, he used it to has been shown to use full ball, which we're gonna be talking about later, and plus he is an expert when it comes down using a best match. It also excelled in hand-to-hand combat and also can even fight in groups in B1. He also had the hazard level and a short number of skill to determine someone's resistance to robot gas. And by the end of the series, he was able to get highest level over at least about 7. Yeah. He had the build driver, which is a user system of footballs, which we're going to be talking about that, and combines an asset to create wire forms. But anyways, the full bottles are pretty much a special item to be used in Soto's favor. With these, he can able to create different type of forms. It's kind of like you seeing one of those build and combine things from either from atropine or etc. And with small balls, he fill with noble gas, which increase muscle height. It's over about 30 bottles in organic essential or even 34 ingredients. he had different type of bottles, such as the Rider Tank Sparkling bottle, which has and just carrying the Pandora's box energy combined with the assets. He also had the full bottle, which is rabbit mode, two different styles. The rabbit mode, which summons a giant rabbit, or maybe tank mode, where he summons a small tanks that became armor. He also had the genius mode, which again is a bottle that made from a transformation pilot from the actual Pandora box, and no, not confused with Street Fighter X Tekken Pandora box. It was holding on the power to energy to become the theory that point together to Earths from two different dimensions. He also had the drill crusher, where it's based on a blade with a drill. He had the for Kamani Amoto, a sword that summons up Layer A using Kama on ninja bottles. He also had the Kaizo Hatsusar, which is quite possibility builds strangest weapon, but it did manage to use an energy crossover entry in the cut lens as well. He also had a hazard trigger, where it device that it will transfer his powerful transformations. A device that gains boost to whoever uses it on Rider or someone else. So basically, it's kind of like a boost, like one of the council from Dragon Ball. And remember from the boss, I said, well, he has some strongest transformations, such as the Rabbit Tank Sparkling, an upgrade from the Rabbit Tank Best Match, and also the combination of the Rabbit Essence and the Tank Essence, along with the Essence of the Pandora box. He also had the Black Hazard, where he used a trigger to give insanely boost of his own hazard level as well. And while in this state, it does make him much more severely stronger, but it does slowly take over his brain a bit. He also once he fully takes over, it reduces Berserker that even caused him to even kill everything in sight. He also the Christmas speed jumper, one of the full forms in that sort of has possessed. Once he tapped into the huge power hazard trigger without the risk of losing his own mind. But in this version, he uses the double instead of the rabbit full bottle. He also had the blue warrior steel, which at best, when he transforms into his own armor, basically appears like a tiny fleet of tanks. Imagine that, but attack all the enemies at once with just one person. Plus, he also had thick, highly durability armor that were made from tanks, from every tank that you could think of. But his most powerful transformation is a complete flawless bottle guide, which is genius. In this form, he managed to draw from the power of the genius full bottle and kill the movie so fast he was able to dodge projectiles. Looks like he's staying into naked eye. And plus, not only that, he also capable to using the powers from granting from every single full bottle that he owns, whether from the Berserker Hazel level or some other full bottles. In short, that he is very much a genius level, no pun intended at best. So to have proved time again, he's proven he's a true warrior and not a fugitive. He made measures scenarios, even achieving achievement of the build system, defeated several smashes in order to protect Japan. He was able to save the Frank Colonel Budget Red from the law enforcement. He fought Night Rogue, where he able to of the present organization multiple times, and plus he managed to damage and keep up with Kamen Rider, where he was able to generate black holes, and plus he defeated Arthur and also combined two universes in order to clear away of the skyway of drywall of Japan. Man, with that kind of ability, Bill is pretty powerful. However, Bill ain't perfect. If someone gains one of the hands of the balls or individual data, they can easily be able to start perfecting counterattacks and also predicting what might happen. Plus, also will have a heroic choice of good threats are lost. He was unable to use a genius form. Plus, without a full bottle, it might turn to a disaster and go into berserk. Besides these boss, Bill is pretty much a true hero in Japan. He was able to end the conflict between Black Rogue and prove why he is a true hero. And in the end, he definitely made Japan and won. I guess there is sometimes he was able to save his own past once and for all. Maybe redemption is pretty good to a hero or villain. Alright, guys, have been done allies. Before I reveal who's the winner, let's go see the results you guys put in, shall we? Let's go! Alright, with Infinite he gets 84.6% and Kamen Rider Build gets facing up 15.4% and over 26 votes. Wow, that's pretty much longest. Well, I mean, it's pretty much the third one I have known to date. But anyways, guys, there's only about 2 comments, so let's get to it. Andrew Durant, aka Shandu.exe, stated that Infinite Phantom Ruby can't make him see that isn't real, so Infinite have it in the bag. And Mr. J said that Infinite stunts badly, he is faster, more powerful, and much more durable. And even Bill only have skill, versatility, and experience advantage. That's good theory. Anyways, let's get away. And the winner between 2 creations that might save the world or not is Kamen Rider Build. And I can't see the Sonic fan base angry at me now. Oh, how dare you! You kill our favorite character, edgiest one. Yeah, to be honest, I think Shao is the first edgiest character, not Infinite. But anyways, I feel like that may feel gonna be angry at me with this, but let's just get to the category why that Phil pretty much wins the fight. Alright, for speed, it definitely goes to Infinite. While fast, that Phil can able to keep ourselves Rider, but at best, that Phil fast is at least about master hypersonic level. But at Infinite's best, he was able to be superior to Sonic, which Sonic at his base for can able to go high record speed at best to 2,800 to 3,000 SPD, so way much faster. So yeah, if we get the speed advantage, and based out due to the speed of light. However, strength advantage I engage to is Build, because even though that it didn't have surprisingly much more abilities, but if you really think about it, Build pretty much had the much more strength, where he able to be and also damage counter Infinite, where he able to generate black holes and eventually cause absorb planets from its own power. So in result, that strength advantage I engage to is Build. However, for intelligence, it's definitely still go to Build. And I know many people gonna be claiming why. Well, name the one reason that how Bill able to do it. Yeah, pretty much. And at best, well, Infinite is average, but Bill is definitely a genius. I mean, he passes high-level tests on subjects, even had the most powerful projects. So now for experience, it still goes to Bill, because at best, well, Infinite has experience against Sonic, but that's pretty much it. And to be honest, Bill pretty much had more experience against similar foes like Infinite, such as current evolution. He was able to capable to generate black holes, and even stated that Infinite also can able to use the black holes to absorb planets from their power. So yeah, that's pretty much why Bill gets the experience. However, their ability is definitely towards Build. Well, if it does survive touched by Sonic, Silver, and Shell, but Rage had to, at best, somewhere at least final level. Yeah, that's what I thought. And plus not only that, Build can able to survive multiple point-blank blasts from Pandora's Box, survive counter Eevee, were able to generate black holes, which I said earlier, so you really think about it. So it does make sense. So overall, well, Infinite is pretty faster than Build, but in the end, Build is just too strong, far more experienced and intelligent, and survive multiple hits than Infinite. Now, if I were to be saying anything, if it weren't for current evolution feats, then to be honest, Build could lose without it. By the end, Build really shows the way much for Infinite than won. The winner is Kamen Rider Build.